Welcome to Prison Island.
True viewers and subscribers, welcome. This is Uncle Traveling Map on day 2 of a tour within Zanzibar. Today I am on Prison Island, which is an island off of Zanzibar.
Karibu means welcome in Swahili. I welcome you guys to Prison Islands. I welcome you to Chango Islands. Welcome to one of the very beautiful islands surrounded by the Indian Oceans, named Chango originally. Changu Swahili for snapper fish. Before British colony occupied Zanzibar on 1890, this island was once used by the local fishermen, making a long stay fishing over here, setting up fishing tents just for repairing the fishing nets and the traps during the day times. And all day long, from morning to the sunset times, used to be back to the ocean for catching different variety of fishes, particularly snapper fish. Snapper, locally named Changu. That's why, because of catching large number of the fish around these islands, named Changu Islands, Swahili for Snapper Islands. It's a very small area, only 800 meters long from north to south by 230 meters wide along its spots. Named Makobe, the landed giant tortoise. The reptiles are not indigenous to continent of Africa, but historically 4 turtles, 2 male and 2 females were initially brought from Aldabra atoll in Seychelles on 1919. The reason behind was number 1, and is an effort to extend the tortoise conservation effort. Number 2, as far as Seychelles and Zanzibar both were under British hands, it was just a free gift between sharing this living experience between Zanzibar and Seychelles at the times. Besides of that 4, but the rest of turtles on the island we have here, like these 2 guys here, you see, were rescued from poachers who were intercepted on the way after being stolen from their homelands, Aldabra atoll, to somewhere else where these poachers could either selling them to unscrupulous private collectors or zoos owners. But apart from that, other hunters were stealing them and the kills just for tortoise shell collections, clouds for sellable museums. Remember, at the times, tortoise shells, ivory tusks, rhino horns were among of the highly prized items, mainly shipped to the powerful Western nations for making piano keys, billiard balls, and other decorative items. Naturally, turtles do not produce young ones, unlike many other animals. Like other birds, they just lay eggs. For each single females of turtles may bear between 20 to 115 up to 20 eggs seasonally. And because of the very bad circumstances and environment, doesn't access all these hatch in turtles to hatch the eggs. So just get small number of the newborns annually. But yet number of turtles in the island increasing every single year past. Now, currently, we do have not less than 130 different ages and different size. As you see here, those marked with a red number is a naturally male, considered as a male. For the reason behind, naturally male grow much more bigger in size rather than females, and more characterized with a dome shape, as you see right here, much more thicker neck, a thicker feet, and the front feet for males, of course, more symbolized with the scales, of which more useful for pulling himself as far as when about to cross the barrier, because the bigger they grow, the heavier they become. That's why have to use four-wheel drive like a Land Rover. You see, turtles is among of the oldest living animal on the whole entire planet. Their lifespan is considered between 150 to 300 years.
Okay.
Only depends where are they kept and how good are they cared. Of course, there's my stereo, something sacred behind. One of them is because of being vegetarians. They do mainly feed on cabbage, spinach, grass, green leaves, watermelon, papaya, ripe mango, and even unripe mango, and something alike. Number one. Number two, they do have a smaller temperature, lower temperature, and a heart rate, slower heart rate as well, and a slow metabolism. A slow metabolism useful to reduce cells damage and agings that enables them, of course, to live much longer than. They avoid stresses, so they spend most of the time to rest and relax, day and night. That's why able them to live much longer, even than mankind. Naturally, easily distinguished between male and female, as you see here. The male grow much more bigger in size rather than females, and more with a dome shape compared to the females, much smaller in size with a flat shell, much smaller heads, and less thicker neck and feet. Male, of course, more identified with much more longer tail from the backside, of which the copulatory organs found into, and females have much smaller tail from their backsides. Locally named Makobe, Swahili for land giant tortoise. Naturally, as big as they grow up, the turtles have bony, hard shells made of fused ribs and spines, acting like natural shields. And of course, this helps them protect from harsh environments and even predator. Predator here not means human being, but even predator like snakes, for instance, even crowns, who may sometimes take advantage for young ones just to have their flesh after splitting the hard shells and even the bones. They don't have hard bones like any other kind of the animals. You see that right there in the corner? There's a one that differs from the rest. Doesn't look like a black one. Next to the trees with a very big rock. It's naturally Zanzibar tortoise. Doesn't grow as big as the black one, like what we have seen from the elder ones. This is maximum size for the Zanzibar tortoise we have here, like this black one right here. For the male, for the female, grow much more smaller inside the rabbit. This one just 100 years. It's a boy too, of course. Number those marks years.
Wait, so you're telling me that the numbers represent the years?
Yeah, sure.
I thought it was a numbering system that tell you how many you had.
I told you in my video that, sir.
I didn't miss that part. I missed that part.
The most oldest guy is 201 years old. Mm-hmm. That one. This guy is 23. This one 01. And here we have 48. We have 40. 132 years old. Yeah, this 100 years. You can see there's a very big difference between this guy and that guy, even that guy too. Mm-hmm. This 100 years, but looks much smaller inside rather than this one, just because of gender. Mm-hmm. This is a male that grow naturally much more big inside rather than female. This is the maximum size for the female. Mm-hmm. That's why will not grow as bigger as the male, as you see right here. As older they grow up, above 150, naturally, for the male, start losing the older shells. Slowly, it's getting off, moving away. For the females, of course, above 70, the older shells start moving away, slowly. But of course, the new ones, like a snake, grow up and recover. That's a female guy, that's 40 years. And that's maximum size for these. Females naturally in gender. And the way how do they make a baby? The males, of course, jumping on top of the females and do screaming a lot. But the game doesn't last very long. It's between 3 to 5 minutes only.
The biggest.
Yeah. On the right. So there is this kind of reptiles mainly found into the tropical islands because they do not conserve the big change in environment. Mainly survive much longer along the tropical regions. That's why from here imported from Aldabra atolls. This is the largest tortoise on the other planets after Galapagos Islands.
There's another one there like that one.
In terms of the mating, is there a particular mating season or?
Well, February to May is a breeding season. February to May, but so summertime, November, even from the middle of October, November, December, January, February, just because their body's structure is warm, so the warmer becomes, they get more sexual desire. And they can do make a lot. So coming here during summer times, too much noisy around the jungles. Everywhere, left and right, north and south, you can hear do screaming. That's of course having it's kind of that game. Animal to walk around. See how tiny are they? See the one that's moving. So from the day 1 to 1 year old, stored in the cage. Above 1 year old up to 3.5 years old. We call primary school, this one here. From here, once they reach 5 years or 6 to 7, of course, join with the intermediate group. Reaching sexual maturity between 13, 15, and teenagers, one by one, separated from the intermediates, join with the adult group for the rest of their life. Supposed to be well protected and separated and accordingly in terms of age and size, just because of different reasons. Number one, their natural predator number one is mankind. People coming here with a different personal choice and interests. Some of course will and wish to hold and keep some as a pet at home. But of course some they can steal for business purpose. And for such a small size, crowns also second natural predator. So because the shell still not so hard enough, because of their age and size, of course supposed to be well protected and separate from the rest. That is a big dig, the one that's moving up there. That's maximum size. Doesn't grow as bigger as a real antelope. Of course, it is antelope relatives. Look tiny, small in size, but tasty great. Of course, the animals are eatable. They're eatable.
Okay.
But on the island, as far this is a conservation area, kind of. So this just brought here for touristic purpose.
Okay.
So neither dig nor pickpocks you can hunt and make your soup.
YouTube viewers and subscribers, this is Uncle Traveling Map. I've been walking with the turtles. I hope you've enjoyed the experience and the information that was shared with you from site. Thank you.
Well, named the prison islands just because by 1890, Zanzibar became under British hands. 3 years later, on 1893, Sir Lord Mathew, the first Zanzibar British Prime Minister and first General Commander Zanzibar, and British administration order built this house, aimed to send the violence and arrest these criminals. Unfortunately, when the British office was about to open the house as a prison, due to the spreading of rumors of cholera, yellow fever, smallpox as considered infectious disease, the government decided to change the idea. Instead, house opened as a hospital for infectious disease, and the whole entire island was officially declared as a quarantine station. This went on for long until 1935. Upon closing, the island remained as a holiday station. On 1962, 12 January, Zanzibar was faced with a political instability when Zanzibar Sultanate was officially approved by young African politicians. Just for political reasons, the peoples who didn't access to escape Zanzibar were captured and jailed sentenced, mainly collected from the main Unguja Islands and shipped to Changu Islands and jailed into the house. So officially, it was 1964 when house opened as a prison, operated for 9 years until 1975. Upon closing it, neither government nor anybody else looked behind. So lack of maintenance, the original building slowly starting collapsing. And now, as we see now, remain as a ruins. The rest part of the house, of course, remain as a historical building. You see the walls and climbing tree, of course, now are going up. And the rest part inside, of course, new investors has redesigned by making new roof, new window, replastering, new floor. And in the house, of course, there's a prison bar, prison museum, there's a prison Tanzanite store, and there's a fabric store, and so on and so forth. Whereby, just to get historical background on what happened in days past.
and subscribe to this channel, and I hope you have a good time in watching the various contents that will be coming forth in the coming weeks. Until next time, Uncle Traveling Map is signing off.
In our next episode, we explore another country on the African continent. On the west coast of Africa, in the heart of the Gold Coast, lies the country of Ghana, known for its historical links to slavery in the Americas. Stay tuned for this exciting episode. Click the notification bell icon and subscribe for more engaging content.